on this new Coach Dave Academy Lab Guide. I'm Corentin Guinez. We are here for the first week of the Falcon Sports Car Series, and as you can see, we are using the Porsche 718 GT4, and we are around the famous Daytona. As usual, first, I'm gonna go with the fast lap, and then we're gonna go together about the details about the combo. So, yep, let's get started. Okay, guys, so here we go for the lap at Daytona with the Porsche 718 GT4, and as you can see, just before T1, just going to the right side, on top of the banking, actually, even if it gets flattened at the point where you are braking. And from now, I'm looking at the post, which is on the right side, just behind the big fence of the oval. Actually, that's pretty much what I'm looking as a reference. But I'm also looking at the white line, um, at the white line, which is just near the post actually. So yeah, that's the two things I'm basically looking when I'm approaching T1. Because other than that, I'm don't really know what to look at. So yeah, that's my two references. No matter which car I'm using, always using those two references. So yeah, basically the post is what I'm looking when I'm basically like kind of searching where I should go basically. And then the wine is a bit more than my actual braking reference. So the white post as my visual reference for where I should go with the car, and then the white line as my braking reference. So as you can see, just facing the post right now, just getting close of the wall, and then as soon as I'm getting close of the white line, just a tiny bit before, because as you can imagine, GT4 doesn't have will be a bit harder to slow down, and at the same time, you don't want to have a shout T1 because you can lose like an insane amount of time if you do that. So it's better to maybe brake a bit earlier, make it smooth through the corner, and then have a very good exit instead of like going crazy fast on the entry, but then being nowhere on the exit and losing more than a second. So as you can see, just close off the wall, just a bit before the line, which is actually the last white line you can see until you are reaching, I guess, the banking of turn 2, I guess. So yeah, as you can see, just before the line on the brakes, just trying to avoid basically the ABS. So I'm just keeping a bit of a margin of the 100% on the brakes. And then as you can see, just about releasing the brakes, just going a little bit wide and not really looking straight away to the apex, not basically just running all the time on the very inside of the corner, because I want to just basically optimize the exit. So if I just stay all the way on the inside, I will just struggle to get out of the corner without like by having a good traction and a good speed on the exit. But if I go wide, maybe I will lose a bit of time because obviously I will run a big longer distance. But at the end, I will be able to just have a late apex, really put the throttle earlier without any kind of wheel spin. Because obviously, if you run like tighter, you're gonna have to put more steering angle, which compromise a lot the traction. So the idea there is to really get late apex, just being able to open the steering, put the throttle in at the same time, and I will gain a decent amount of time on the exit. So as you can see, just staying a bit wide, just playing with the brakes, just trying to make sure that I won't overshoot the corner. Then I will drop to second, making sure that I can run as close as I can from the wall, but the tire wall, sorry, but yeah, just make sure to not hit the tire wall, obviously. So keep a bit of a margin with that. And then I just try to make sure to run as close as I can from the grass. And then a tiny bit before I'm actually going through the getting past the tire wall, as you can see, just going back on throttle with second, just trying to make sure to have a bit tight exit and not running completely wide and really getting edgy on the curbing, on the yellow curbing, just making sure that I can get a comfy exit and really getting all the momentum. And as you can see, just putting the wheel as straight as I can. And from now we go through the small chicane, which is completely flat. And now we approach the first corner of the infield. So basically just braking a tiny bit before the 100-meter board, which is on the right side, complete right side. So yeah, you can just brake maybe 2 or 3 meters before, as soon as you can see it disappear on the right side. If you have the chance to have triple screen, it's going to help you quite a lot. Otherwise, sometimes I'm just looking at the track, and you can see some differences on the tarmac, like some sort of maybe dust on the tarmac or something. So yeah, it's tough to say, but you can also maybe I don't know if it really works actually, but yeah, for me, I'm just looking sometimes at the different colors of the tarmac. So for example, you can see there that there is a small difference. I guess I'm not even sure you can catch that on the video, but yeah, I'm braking around that point, which pretty much match with the 100-meter board. So if you have the chance to see the 100-meter board, it's better for you. But then you can just look at the difference on the track, and basically it's pretty much around there. It's tough. It's really tough to say like that because I don't think you can really see it with the on the lap guide on the video. So it's tough. But at the same time, it's pretty much from now. It looks like it's just between those two those two things, the lights between the first one right there and the second one. So it's pretty much between those two ones. So I guess you can break between the two. So basically, yeah, look at the post if you want, or then you can look at the 100-meter board if you have the chance to look at this. So then just go on the brakes, EV braking zone. Need to brake as hard as I can on the entry, then need to release obviously to make the rotation on the approach into the corner when I'm starting to put more steering angle. So as you can see, as soon as I'm putting more steering angle, just releasing the brakes to find the rotation, just trying to get to have a kind of late apex so then I can really prepare the exit, really open the steering on the exit instead of going straight away to the curb, because then it means that I have to put more steering angle for a longer time as well. And with the GT4, you need to really go early on power. So if I do that, it's pretty much a big you need to compromise quite a lot the exit. But if you do, you enter a bit wide and then you have a late apex, then you can really work on the exit and get the best out of it, especially with the low downforce setting. So yeah, and then for the exit, basically just about wait for to have the steering open, and then go fully on power, and then you can run a bit wide. No need to run massively wide because it won't make it any better actually. So if you manage already to get the exit right, you should not have to go massively wide. So yeah, now we will approach the fast king, so no need to lift or anything, just completely flat out, just running a bit on the inside as well on the grass, makes you gain some time, but it's not insane amount of time. But yeah, still when you can get some time, just try to get it, and yeah, like it's like this, it's not an off track, so it's quite okay to do that. And then the idea is to stay on the left side to approach the, once again, the big braking zone, getting close of the cones, and then basically braking as soon as the, I guess it's another layout. It's not an exit road, but I'm just braking just 2 or 3 meters before the white line, which is right there. I'm pointing actually. So just brake 2 or 3 meters before that. So as you can see, or maybe even more actually, I think maybe you can brake. Yeah, you can brake just a little bit after you went past the middle of the exit road. I will call it the exit road. Then on the brakes, if you're braking zone, just keep the car straight. And then it's pretty much the same approach. Just try to have a wide entry so then you can really work on the exit. So as you can see, just same as before, releasing the brakes as soon as I'm putting more steering angle. And then I'm just aiming for the curbing on the inside, just going back on power. And then I'm just waiting that I'm putting the steering a bit more straight to go fully on power. And then for the exit, just going for the curbing. And now we approach the last corner of the infield, and I'm going to the right, just waiting for the exit road on the right side, and I'm just gonna brake almost in the middle of this exit road. So as you can see on the brakes, EV braking zone, using the curbing on the right, so you can run that curb. It's all okay, won't make the car any loose. And then as soon as I'm leaving this curbing, as you can see, when I'm leaving the curbing, just steering to the right, to the left, on the brakes, releasing the brakes as well to find the rotation, and also need to carry the momentum through this one, because then you have a very long straight, even if it's the banking, but it's almost like a straight. You need to have a lot of speed through this one, because yeah, you have the straight, so really important to work on this corner and be able to carry the speed without compromising too much the exit and having the car a bit loose because of that. So yeah, very important to work on this corner. So as you can see, then on the apex, getting the curb with second gear, just trying to find the rotation, just trying to open the steering to make sure I avoid any kind of wheel spin. And then I'm gonna try to run a bit higher in the camping when I'm entering the oval, to make sure that I can have the rundown back to the white line, which actually the yellow line, which actually gives me more top speed until I'm reaching the Le Mans chicane, the bus stop. So yeah, as you can see, just almost I'm running the white line, and then I will just drop down to the bottom of the of the banking to get the speed, as you can see. And then just going through the gears, gonna go to 6th gear at 233, 32. Just make sure you are not running too much of the revs, otherwise you will just basically lose the momentum. And then as you can see, I'm just staying all the way on the inside, just trying to make sure I'm just shortening the distance and I can gain some time thanks to that. And then I need to run back to the right side to prepare the entry of the Le Mans chicane, the bus stop, and I'm just looking like T1. You have that post on the right side, so just basically looking at this, just braking when I'm going past the white post, or when I cannot really see it, and then just going on the brakes, not braking quite a lot at the beginning, but then you have to release the brakes to make sure you can carry the momentum through the bus stop. And at the same time, you need to make sure that you can really find the rotation on the entry. So as you can see, braking quite a lot on the entry, but then from the one board, I will just release the brakes, steer to the left, trying to make sure I can carry the speed, just trying to make sure I can run all of the curbing on the first apex without getting on the grass, obviously, otherwise you will get the off track. Then still on the brakes, just releasing the brakes a little bit until I'm leaving the first curbing, and then I'm just going back on the brakes right now, because as you can see, the car is almost going straight, so just slowing down the car a bit more. And then same when I'm entering the second part of the second corner of the chicane, just going a bit on the brakes, find the rotation. And when I'm just leaving the second corner of the chicane, from now it's just about going on throttle, trying to make the car stable. So basically not going on off on brakes and throttle, because you will upset the car if you do that. So the idea there is to really find the stability of the car on the brakes and on throttle. So as you can see, just leaving the curb Maybe it's when I'm on the curbing. Actually, I guess it's when I'm on the curbing. Yeah. So when I'm in the middle of the curbing, from now you can go back on power. Just trying to find the stability of the curb. Just not trying to be too aggressive on the throttle as well. And then you have the exit. So the idea there is to make sure that you are not running too wide on the exit of this one. So the thing there is to make sure you can really run as tight as you can the entry, so then you can really have a good run to the exit. And as you can see, just need to play a bit with the steering on the exit. Obviously low downforce, so it's pretty sketchy with the rear, but yeah, if you don't overshot too much the entry, then you should be fine and you should have a good run to the start finish line, and first have a good run on the exit of the bus stop. And if I can show you that from the forward chase, I guess it's gonna help you a little bit as well. So just give me a second. Okay, I think we should be fine. Okay, that's good. So as you can see then, so just running the curbing, avoiding the grass, getting a bit of grass on the exit, but it doesn't matter. Then same for this one, just make sure you are not running actually too much. Um, Being too tight on the exit of this one, because then if you get too much grass, you will get an off track. But like that, it was fine. It was not an off track. It was a clean lap. So as you can see, just running a little bit of grass, but enough to not get the off track. And then as you can see, I'm just running very tight on the inside. Then just getting the curbing on the entry. Then having the run, just trying to really keep the car stable on the exit. It's really important. And it's not easy with the Porsche because it's really bouncy, and when it bounces, the Porsche doesn't really like that. So yeah, just make sure to have as well a slow amount of steering angle, so then you can make sure that you keep the car really stable with the different inputs you are about to put with the throttle and the brakes. And then make sure you're not running too deep into the grass. It's fine like that, but yeah, if you are getting a bit wider than what I did, you will get the off track, that's for sure. And then yeah, it's just about having the run to the line, just trying to gain some time by trying to enter, going back on track a bit later. But yeah, you just try to get back into the track not too late, because then I don't think it's really nice from the iRacing side to do that. But yeah, still, just try to go back as early as you can on the right side of the yellow line. And then yeah, it's just about running the yellow line all the way, long straight. Just about making sure you can get some chances on the guys who are at the front of you if you are not leading. And yeah, I guess this is it for the lap guide around Daytona for the first week of the Falcon Sports Car Series. Okay, guys, so we are done for today for the fourth week of the Falcon Sports Car Series, as we were with the Porsche 718 GT4 at Daytona. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and join the Discord server of Coach Dave Academy if you have any questions about the work we are making. And I see you for the fifth week of the Falcon Sports Car Series. See you next time.